Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am trying sitting in a different place in this room to see if it makes any difference to how the light affects the videos I do, because it's got auto brightness on this computer, and the least movement, the least bit light coming in the window, the light changing, you might have a bit cloud come over and the picture keeps going light and dark all the time. I do have the window behind me in my dining room. You can see a little bit of the window there, but that doesn't seem to affect it as much because the sun is round the other side of the house, so you're only getting the light that's... Anyway, that's why I'm sitting just in my armchair. It's a little bit squashed in my armchair. I do prefer the settee when I'm sitting knitting because I have more room to move my arms and that. But I thought I'll try. I have done videos sitting here before in the thing, but just to see whether there's as much difference with the light changing all the time on when I'm sitting on my settee, because the window is sort of goes sideways across the computer and just seems to affect it all the time. But anyway, doing a little bit knitting. This is a little cardigan that I did. I had a little bit of wool left over, and I'm not sure whether there's enough to do. Maybe it's a little bonnet. So I've started knitting. There's only a small amount. I haven't got a lot left in there, but I don't know whether there might be just enough to do a little bonnet. But if not, I do have a little bit. I'm not yet sure whether it's exactly the same. I don't know whether it's a different dye lot. It looks the same. But if I don't have enough, I'll try a little bit of this. It'll probably be on the back part where you do the shaping for the crown part of the hat. So it seemed a waste because of what I had left in here. It wouldn't be any use for anything, so I thought I'd start knitting and see if there's enough to do a little bonnet, because it is a little girl's, an 18-inch cardigan, and you put a little bonnet on a little girl, but not a little boy. So that's what I'm busy knitting at the moment. But I'm also sitting here having a cup of tea. And I've been sorting out my other things that I've been doing, and I forgot about this actually. I put it somewhere upstairs and forgot about it. I've got the needle stuck in somewhere. That's how far I've got with the pom-pom yarn. I don't think I've done any more since I showed this the last time. So I forgot all about it. Actually, I put it upstairs, and I've been more downstairs lately than upstairs, so I forgot all about it. So I'm going to have to get some more of that done and get that blanket finished, because with this colder weather, you're going to want something nice and warm for babies. So that was that. And I also have my own cardigan, which I haven't done anymore. But I finished the green blanket, and that's up on my eBay shop for sale that anyone wants to have a look at. But I also have done, this was yesterday, put that down on there. I've done a set of 3 yarn balls. I had a ball, put that cardigan down there, it's slipping off my armchair. I had a ball of this wool. It's a lot of different, pastel shades in it. There's pink, blue, lavender, pale green, I think. I'm not sure there's a lemon or it's a green. I think it's a pale green in white in. So I thought it was quite stiff. I didn't like it when I got it when I was knitting. It was supposed to be double knitting, but it's another one from Majestic that I swear is Aaron, and it was quite stiff, very stiff. So I put some white yarn with it, some white Aaron. I put the two strands together and made some bowls for putting your wool into. You know that this one was wound in a cake as well, but it's very small. Like so, that's a small one for a 50 gram. Oh, that's not 50 gram. That's probably about 15 grams or something like that left in that one. So there's a small bowl for your 50 grams, a little bit larger for your 100 grams, and a larger one, not just to fit a 200 gram. I use these ones if I'm using more than one colour, and I put usually about 3 50 gram balls. When I was doing some other bags, I was using 50 gram balls, the three strands all together. So I had wound them up on the wool winder, and I had to put the three in. It was my other one because I have one this size as well. And you put three balls like that in, not just a 200 gram ball. It holds a lot more than that, or 200 gram balls. You can put 200 grams in, which would make it sort of go like that, squash it like that a bit. But I'm going to put that up on my eBay shop. I sell these for £18. Someone did ask me, she wanted me to make one just for a 100 gram ball for her, but it's not worth it to me because of what I would have to sell it for, and then the postage, because I've tried squashing just one of these down into a large letter package, which would cost me £1.55 to post. But it was too thick. It would have to go in a small parcel. So that was £4, over £4 for to post it as a small parcel. So I'll only sell these in sets of 3 if anyone wants to buy them. I sell them for £18. They'll be on eBay. That's where I put most of my stuff. So if anyone's interested, I'm putting it up sometime today so you can take a look and see what you think. But I'm going to do just what I can of this little thing. I might take my own cardigan when I go to my bingo tonight, because it's my bingo night tonight at the Union Jack Club in Throckley. That's where I go to. And I wasn't there last week because of the A1 being closed. Coming home, going north, because I go north when I'm coming home, and it was closed. And I wasn't going to whatever diversion they were going to have up because I tend to get lost in diversions. So I just missed it last week, so I'll be up tonight. And I was at my quiz on Tuesday night. And me and my friend, it was only me and my friend, and because her son Michael is usually there with us as well. But it was his birthday, and he was having a night out with his girlfriend Amy, so he wasn't at the quiz, so me and Anne knew we were going to come last, and we did. But I may do a live for anyone that's interested. I may do a live this afternoon. It's just after 11 o'clock now. I may do a live, maybe it's around about 1 o'clock. And I'm going to read you the live is just for those questions that we get in the quiz. I always write them down in my little book. And I write the question on one line and the answer underneath, and we mark them off whether we get them right or not. So I may do that quiz for you this afternoon, going live, so that'll give you a little chance to answer any of the questions. You can send me the answer in a comment. I'll give you a little bit time to think about the question. And you can tell me if you know the answer to some of these, because I think some of them you need to be a rocket scientist to answer some of the questions he gives us. But I thought it might just be a little bit fun. So look out for my live later on. That is, if I can get the live to work, because I remember when I did the live the other day, I tried it on one computer and it would not work. It would not go onto live. And I had to bring my computer. It's this computer I'm using now that it wouldn't work on. It may work on, it may be me, I don't know. But I had to bring my other computer that I use upstairs in my workroom down and do the live on that one. But I'll try it again on this one. If it doesn't work on this one, I'll have to bring the other one back down again to do it on that one. So it's just to see how hard or easy you think these questions are, because we had 40 questions. We get a page with pictures on. I think on Tuesday night it was. We had to name the character out of some films, and then there was some pictures, a picture from a film, and we had to name the films. I think we got 9 right out of 12 pictures on that one. But that's not one I can do a quiz on because it's a picture thing one. But we get 40 questions. We'll have a break after 20 questions to work out, put the answers, make sure we've got the answers down for the first 20, and he does one or two, Paul does one or two other things. He's the man that does the quiz thing. And then we get another 20 questions later on. So I have 40 questions all together, and we'll have a little bit of time afterwards to make sure we write down the answers and things. So I will come on later on a live and see how really all of my subscribers are. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you later on. Bye for now.